This is the great crew that I've had to work with. They've done a great job. I applaud their courage, their dedication for stepping forth and doing what's been a very, very difficult job. Councilman Cameron as well. Now, I'd like to say a couple of things about the recent controversy of the Freeport EDC in dismissing Damian and Associates as our project engineers. I think it's important to set the record straight once and for all. This board inherited the dry stack building placement issue. This building was already in place on 22.5 feet of TxDOT easement when this board took over. We immediately began to work with Damian and Associates to find out the reason why the building was placed on the 22.5 feet of TxDOT right-of-way. From the beginning, Damian and Associates has refused to admit any responsibility for their engineering work and placement of the building in the wrong location. Rather, they've accused former EDC Director Lee Cameron of being responsible for the mislocation.
Former city manager.
Where he wanted it.
Now, we've had our problems with the Damians, but we've tried to work through those problems, and we've tried to give them every benefit of the doubt to try and help us to move forward. But when Mr. Damian Renee missed 2 of our meetings in a row and didn't notify us at a time when we told him that we were trying to accelerate our schedule, this was just a little too much for us to handle. And the failure of them to accept any responsibility and work with us to try and resolve the TxDOT issue and the bunker board issue left us with no choice. And I'm just going to tell you this. I think you can get a number of board members to agree that myself, Councilman Cameron, Willie Raines, I think Mr. Hickey might even agree that we've tried to work with the Damians to give them every opportunity to square this away. And up until recently, we even agreed to help them by paying half of the cost of trying to resolve this. And they still have refused any responsibility. So that's where we are now with that situation.
I'll make one comment about that. What everybody needs to understand, when you're a licensed engineering company and you produce drawings, you do construction by it. You have an engineer that has a professional engineer, and those drawings have to be stamped. And when an engineer stamps those drawings, it's like you put your company name on it. And the statement was made that Mr. Damian Sr. was told by 3 politicians in this town back at that time that we know it's wrong, but we want it there and to sign it, stamp it. I said, well, sir, morally I can appreciate your dilemma, but I've got to tell you that legally you're wrong. If somebody, if you had a benchmark in the wrong place and you knew it was and you had your engineer stamp it anyway, shame on you. It's just the way it is.
So you've heard from Mr. Schaefer about the dry stack bunker boards. You've seen the pictures. Again, this is a 280 slips that have to be rebuilt, 4 posts per slip, 4 stories tall. So we're working valiantly to try and get that resolved. The Freeport EDC currently is holding several invoices from Damian and Associates on our legal counsel's advice. Their payments for other work that was done, work that was not done, or work that was not done well. Damian and Associates is even campaigning for one of the candidates that's made public statements that the EDC board should be replaced. Needless to say, a great deal of negative information about the Freeport EDC is being spread around our town right now by Damian and Associates. Now, the Freeport EDC has hired the engineering firm of Baker & Lawson to take up where our previous engineers left off. The Baker & Lawson customer service and their work has proven to be outstanding. Baker & Lawson has approached this project with zeal and enthusiasm, and in just a few weeks has accelerated this project to the point where we can say now that our marina is just a few weeks away from opening to the general public. Baker & Lawson has responded positively and professionally to every request that we've given them, and their presentations to the EDC board have been first class. This board would like to recommend to the City Council that once the marina docks are open for business, that the City of Freeport operate the marina as a city department just like it does with the Parks Department of the golf course. All revenues generated by the marina will then go directly into the city's operating budget as a start to repay the city's investment in this project. Projections are that if the wet slips reach full capacity, then the city would experience approximately $35,000 to $40,000 revenue a month.
That will happen, and the city will make money, and the city needs to make money, and Mr. Royal is gonna get this bill kicked.
After all the floating docks are open to the public, the EDC will turn its attention to the dry stack building problems, and we look forward to resolving them as quickly as possible, and then turning the dry stack building over to the city to complement the wet slip business. Also, the Freeport EDC expects to continue to bring in new business opportunities to the area, just like we did with the Super S grocery store and the Renew Blue saltwater desalination plant project. This is the kind of work the EDC should be accomplishing. This board has been comprised completely of unpaid volunteers who have dedicated their time and energy to make the Freeport Marina a success. While this board typically meets 2 times a month, this board has met weekly since January to do everything possible to open the marina in time for the summer 2010 boating season. When we terminated the EDC director going on 2 years ago, we saved the EDC approximately $100,000 a year on salary, benefits, and expenses. It's been a great deal of hard work, but the progress of the marina has not suffered at the hands of volunteers. We believe that at some point in the future, a professional EDC director should be hired, someone who has experience and is motivated to help fulfill the expectations of the words economic development. In the meantime, we want to finish the marina first phase of the wet slips, move on, finish the dry stack phase to fulfill the vision that the marina would become the engine of our downtown economic redevelopment, and we want to carry on with our efforts to bring new business opportunities to our hometown. I'm very proud to have served with this board. I'm very proud of their dedication and performance. I'm proud of the things that we've accomplished, and I look forward to accomplishing many more. However, should a new council see fit to replace this board, we believe that the lawsuit against Walker Royal should proceed so that the taxpayers in Freeport will not bear the financial brunt of previous council and previous EDC boards' sweetheart deal. Thank you, Mayor McDonald and council, for allowing us to make this report tonight, and I hope that we've cleared the air of a lot of negative and false accusations. Thank you.